it, and welcome to the free-to-play cast. The 1 year show, brought to you by MMOBomb.com, your home for all things free-to-play related. Hello, chat. We've got Brim, Sajiro, Kaylin. All of you need to turn mute off of your mics if you still have them on. We are ready to go. Gonna put the slow on chat.
I am not muted.
Sorry, gotta put the slow mode on chat because we've got some giveaways that we're gonna be going through, and we need to see first responders. So let's go around and throw it to the host. Welcome to the 1 year celebration. Thank you for coming. If you're in the live channel, we definitely appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube or on the website after the fact, that's okay too. There's still plenty of giveaways that you guys and girls can jump in on as well. But chat, there are exclusive giveaways that only you can win. So thanks for coming. So first round, we've got Brim. How are you, sir? It helps if you unmute.
Oh my god. It's been one of those weeks, but I'm so glad that this show is finally here.
You just pulled a me.
I know.
Definitely pulled a Kaylin. So, Brim, episode 1, man. 52 weeks ago.
Episode 1.
Sajiro, episode 1. 52 weeks ago. Who would have thought we'd be doing this type of show?
Not me.
It's amazing.
Yeah, we put the first one up and we were like, yeah, if a couple hundred people watch it, fine. 3 days later, we were like, 6,000? Does that seem right?
A couple hundred? I would have been happy with 50.
Well, your fiance was the one that was like, people actually listen to you, dorks.
She's like, you guys are geeks. I can't believe people listen to you.
And of course, Kaylin, warning, do not touch my bacon. How are you?
Hi. I'm sick again. Sorry, guys. I sound like a frog.
That's the danger of kids, right? I mean, in our house, 2 of our children this week have come down with a little stomach bug. So want to let you guys know, in the second hour, Damina will still be on the show. She's a trooper. She caught what the kids had this morning, but she will be on the show. However, if she has to leave to, you know, be sick, she'll excuse herself and come back. So little disclaimer there. The joys and wonders of having kids, huh, Kaylin?
Oh, mine gave me pneumonia.
Pneumonia?
Mm-hmm.
Chat is already asking
yeah.
if the giveaways today are North America / United States only, or if they're worldwide. There is only one giveaway that we are giving away today that is United States only, and that's because it involves the shipping of a physical item. Everything else, the page and a half of giveaways that I have here, is digital. You're winning things in games or copies of games. We'll get to that in a little bit. I will tell you, for one giveaway, you have to have a Steam account. That's the only prerequisite on it. So there you go. And we'll be giving those away throughout the show with little bits of trivia. What do you say we start it up, guys, and start with our favorite free-to-play cast moment for 2012? There's been a lot of them. There's been a lot of snafus and bugs and things like that, and the viewers always ask to put a blooper reel together, but what they don't know is we pretty much leave the bloopers in, unless they happen before or after the recording.
That is true.
Yeah, we pretty much leave them in. So we'll start with you, Brim. It's been a long year. You've done a lot of shows. What's your favorite free-to-play cast moment 2012?
You have to ask.
Absolutely.
It's gotta be the mounted.
All right, explain. Some of the viewers may not know. Some joined us late.
Oh man, that was me and my inability to keep words in my mouth. What were we doing? We were calling like because it was an expansion pack episode.
Yes.
So we decided, okay, what was going to be in the free-to-play cast expansion? So I don't remember what everybody said, but I came up with we were going to get mounts in our expansion. Only they were going to be mounts that rode us. Later on,
kinky.
comments just blew up on the YouTube channel about that. But later on, we had, I can't even remember his name. Who was the developer from Spirit Tales?
Are you? I don't remember Spirit Tales. I remember talking to Alids about it, where we spoke to Pio Pico and Condolis.
Yeah, and they had actually talked about possibly maybe putting it in their game.
It's going to be pretty sweet when it happens.
Yeah, and it's been a running joke ever since. And now, if you look at some of the comments on YouTube, instead of people putting first, they are now just saying mounted.
Right.
And
there was an episode a few after that where the question of the week was for the viewers to come up with a replacement for first. And that was the overwhelming winner was mounted. And I even see Spunkify in chat right now as, I don't know what the hell it means, but you keep putting it on my videos.
Well, now you know. That was me. And, the fans have just kept that going. And to me, that's memorable.
All right, Kaylin, you're up, girl.
Oh, that's a hard one. There's so many. I'm not sure. It's tied between the bacon episode.
Oh man.
The bacon episode was probably the most fun I've had on an episode ever.
The bacon episode was just a train wreck from beginning to end.
I mean,
Sajero, stop zooming your camera.
Like
Sorry, I'm playing with it.
You guys weren't there for the start. You didn't hear, like, we were on Skype beforehand, and I had to throw the headset and run away because the cat stole my food.
It's funny, the whole mute and unmute thing that we all have fun with, because there's been some stories where, and I'm sure Damina's going to have one later, where mute should have been on but wasn't. So I'm sure her favorite moment has something to do with that. Sajero, what about you, my friend?
My most favorite? I don't know. It's probably got to be when we did the first live cast, and the guy captured the software and then he put up the Easter egg present for us.
Oh, that was Inflictious.
Yeah, when he did that was pretty awesome. I mean, we were goofing around with the camera software, and I changed myself into a shark.
That was
a good time.
What's Inflictious's robot counterpart there? What's her name? Kimoki? Inflictious, I know you're in chat. It's Kimoki?
Oh, yeah.
That's great. If you guys haven't seen that, you definitely have to check it out. It was a spoof around Easter. It was very funny. I've got a bunch here.
The comments on it are great.
I had to write like tons of notes for this show. I've got notes open on the screen for different topics. I've got a ton, but I'm just going to pick two for right now because I get to stick around for the second hour, and so I'll give some more favorites then. Kimoki, yes, we were right. Very cool. Brim, one of them involves you. That was referring to Hawken being a wet dream. Now, at that time, we've always tried to keep the language somewhat PG. We don't drop any F-bombs or anything like that would throw us into R. We've always kind of tried to keep it PG, knowing that we're talking about games, so there's the chance that somebody younger might be watching. Occasionally we say, shit or something like that, but we try and keep it tame. And your Hawken being described as a wet dream was just ridiculous. Was ridiculous.
Yeah, we just skipped to unrated after that.
Oh, your video. Something happened to your video there, Zane. And my second, I'm just going to keep going until you get your camera back there. Second one is Hera, actually, who very early, when we were talking about Star Trek, decided to say, rock out with your Spock out. Remember that one, Sajero?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, there's been a couple.
Rocking out with your Spock out.
There was a period where all of you guys were trying to come up with one-liners because you wanted it to be the title of the show that week. So we've definitely had some fun on camera, off camera. But let's slide over and get started with the news here today. So a lot of people in chat, we wanted to talk about this on last week's show, but a lot of people giving feedback on what we should do for the 1-year show wanted us to push this story to the live show, and so we did. Star Wars The Old Republic, BioWare, EA, finally beginning to relax a little bit on the free-to-play restrictions. Now, it's not really the free players that are getting these restrictions relaxed. It's those preferred players, the ones that used to sub and don't anymore, or the free players that have made a purchase in the cash shop at least once. But if you attain that preferred status, you are getting 4 hotbars instead of 2. More character slots. Instead of 2, you get 6. There's also some other changes they've been talking about that are going to be coming. All of them are based on player feedback. Brim, I'm going to turn this one over to you because you actually resubbed, didn't you?
I did resub. I really.
No.
I know. I really, really like the storylines. That's the only reason.
But you didn't have to sub for that. That was the only thing you didn't have to sub for.
I do run ops, so be quiet. I do run ops. So
give us a little state of the game. I mean, they've got a new war zone and all that. So give us a little state of the game and what the environment you think player base looks like now that free to play has come.
Okay, there's like 7 servers, 10 servers, something like that. So there's a lot more people on each server than when we used to play. The atmosphere is kind of like high school, where you've got your seniors, who are the people that have subbed since the beta. Then you've got, your freshmen, who are all the free-to-play players that are coming in just now. The seniors hate the freshmen. Like, they're shoving them in lockers and that sort of thing. And if you're one of the people that sub, you hate the game. I don't know why. I still enjoy it, but they just talk so much trash about the game. And I'm like, why are you still playing it if you hate it that much? So I'm running ops. I still PvP. I have not done the new one yet because I've been a little busy the last 4 or 5 days. It came out like Wednesday. But yeah, I mean, you get all these people that talk bad about the game that are still in the game. A lot of the new people, they like it, but they won't be sticking around. I think I'm going to give another prediction.
Oh, yeah, because your predictions go so well. You predicted the Star Wars free-to-play ahead of schedule. We all predicted it was going to happen, but you predicted it on a faster timetable. Yep. But I've got another prediction here, a Brim prediction. So, Jero, you may remember this one. In episode 1, we did a little dramatic reading about the game MapleStory.
Oh, yes, MapleStory.
Brim, you predicted MapleStory would close by the end of the year.
It's not the end of the year. You would crap your pants if it closed on December 31st.
So, Jero, I don't know. Are you still playing Star Wars at all? I mean, we played it like crazy, and then when we realized that the ops were nothing and the content wasn't coming, we quit. Have you even touched it since it's gone free to play?
I don't even have it installed anymore. I completely just uninstalled it.
Wow.
I don't even have it on the computer anymore. I almost downloaded it the other day just to log in because they keep sending me emails for cartel coins, but I just haven't had a whole lot of, outside of playing League of Legends and Path of Exile, I just haven't had any want to play it.
I'll tell you what, Brim, that analogy wasn't that bad, as much as I wanted to make fun of you. But you did leave something out. Where are the preferred players in that whole mix?
Preferred players?
I haven't spoken to anyone that it's either free to play or subbed. I have not spoken to one person that used to sub and now doesn't. So I really don't know this right now.
Go ahead, Kaylin.
No, they keep. I'm in the same boat as Tajiro right now. Like they keep emailing me, and it makes me more curious. But I have not reinstalled it yet. So.
Well, it's
We'll
only
see how
it's
that
only
goes.
70
I might get
gigs
bored.
or 90 gigs, whatever the hell that damn thing's up to. You should get on that real quick. Well, Kaylin, what do you think
I
about
know, it's
the
taken like 8
changes
months.
though? Is this reaction to the BioWare's selling these as reaction to fan and player feedback? But in my opinion, we gave this feedback. All players gave this feedback before the free-to-play conversion, and they still went forward with the restrictions anyway. So are they really reacting to player feedback, or are they reacting to not getting the money initially that they thought they were going to?
Oh, it's money. It's always money.
Well, it's EA.
Yeah, money.
That's your favorite company.
What?
All right, so let's take a poll. Straw poll then. 4 people on the line. Brim, you sub. Kaylin, you don't even have it installed. Sajero, you don't have it installed. I do, but I'm probably missing the most recent update because I did the first look for it when it went free to play. Are these 2 restrictions enough? Just the 2 to 4 hot bars and the additional character slots. Are they enough to get you to play? That is a poll. That is a straw poll.
You said draw a poll.
I said straw poll, you ass. Kaylin, yes or no?
Oh, Lord. No, it's not.
No?
I only use like 2 hot bars anyway, so if I ain't playing with,
Sajero,
boring, I'll get me in there.
League of Legends not pulling you away from it?
No, absolutely not. League of Legends. Even though I'm going to get bashed for it, I've been playing Darius a bunch and dunking people. I was playing with a buddy of mine, and we were playing top lane Garen and Darius, and we were just ulting people left and right. It was awesome. It was fantastic.
Chat has a bunch of no's going on right now. One interesting one was remove the PvP restrictions and they would play, which I think makes sense. I think the PvP being restricted is just dumb. They did go from 3 to 5 per week, but I think that restriction's dumb. It's the first thing you're going to buy in the cash shop. Brim, you're going to continue to sub to it? Are you having that much fun with it, really?
I am. I really am. But you might be right. I may unsub just because I am just doing stories right now.
See, you should talk to me before you spend money.
You know me. Remember, I'm the guy that goes to get Best Buy and take my money.
Yes, I don't know shit about computers, but here's money.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to get Guild Wars 2 right now.
Right?
And not tell my fiance.
He didn't tell his fiance, and then he's chewing ice in our ears on Skype while we're playing, and we're like, what are you doing? He's like, I can't afford food. I bought Guild Wars 2. All right,
It was it was so loud.
It was loud.
It was awful.
All right, so here's a little piece of information. Let's go around. We're gonna start with you, Kaylin. We're gonna talk about the worst game in 2012. And I don't care what genre, what title, who makes it. I don't care. We're just talking about the free-to-play game. Let's get everybody's opinion. Worst free-to-play game of the year. Kaylin, you're up first.
Oh, you guys are gonna crucify me for this one, but I seriously, for me, of what I guess I'm gonna say Raiders. I'm not gonna say that because I'm saying it's
You
the
already
worst
said it.
for me. It did not live up to what I wanted it to be. It was the biggest disappointment, and that's what I'm saying. So you can flame away. Go right ahead.
Really, Raiders? I mean, it's grindy once you get to like the mid-teens or so, but is it really the worst?
Not, for me, it was. Of all the ones I played, I don't know if it was because it just didn't live up to its hype at all. Like, it was not what I wanted it to be, not what I thought it was going to be. It was just such a huge letdown for me.
Wow. I'm actually really surprised by that one, and I question your intelligence.
Hey,
No, I would
Feel free to
never.
question my intentions.
I would never.
You know, you remember Havoc and I were on the show that you announced the game. Really,
Right.
We really first started talking about it, and we were both like, "Oh my God, this is awesome! This is awesome!" You know, I can't wait, can't wait. It finally came out. We played it. It was like, oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. I can't take it.
What about you,
And maybe
Sujiro?
I didn't give it enough
sorry.
chance.
Go ahead, Steph.
No, I'm wondering if maybe I need to try it again. Maybe they fixed some of the things. It was just the beta was terrible.
There have been changes to it.
Blame me.
It might be worth checking out.
I
There
know,
have
and I
been...
checked it out, and maybe I'll check it out again. But as for right now, that is my answer. I am not changing it.
All
you
right.
know how bad I hate to be negative.
One vote for Raiders. Sujiro.
Someone agrees with me.
Warren story.
Gee, I didn't see that game coming up.
Warren story was pretty bad.
All right.
Pretty terrible.
Why? Come on. You can't just say it's bad and then leave it at that. Give us some insight.
Getting it installed. I don't know, for some reason. I mean, I'm a computer background kind of person, and I don't know. Their installer's bad. I hate some of the free-to-play Punk Buster software that they use. Some of the just idiotic software that they throw in there on top of it. It just, I think getting the game installed, trying to get it up and running. I forgot the name of the Punk or the anti-cheat software they use, but it's just, it ruined like one of my IDE developments for C++. It like completely broke it, and I was like, why is this? I installed this game, and then it broke the other components on my computer, so it's like, forget it. Yeah, that's it. The Pando. The Pando whatever.
Media Booster.
Surfer. Pando Media Booster. And that, and for some reason, anti-malware says it's a malware, so it like blocks it, and I'm just like, forget it. Plus, the gameplay wasn't really that exciting. Once I got it installed, I was like, forget it. I don't like it.
Brim, you're up. Worst game, 2012.
Everybody that watches this show should know that I absolutely hated 8-bit MMO.
Oh, come on. That's a classic.
I'm still mad you made me play that.
I needed information for the show. I wasn't about to play it.
And you got it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I will still pull out the old Atari. I have a Dreamcast around here somewhere. But, oh, God. That was the worst 30 seconds of my life.
Oh, come on. 30 seconds.
You would say Realm of the Mad God.
That's fun. I love Realm of the Mad God.
I did go back to it, loaded it, and immediately put the X on it. I barely even let the title screen come up.
All right. Well, I was gonna go Warren Story, but then I sat and I thought about it some more, and I was gonna go DK Online because at least Warren Story had kind of a neat PvE queuing thing that was kind of different. I mean, other places have done something similar, but it was kind of different. And DK Online just brought nothing new at all to the table. But then I had to go with this. Worst free-to-play game of 2012. Star Wars: The Old Republic.
I remember this. Wasn't this you running back from dying on
Probably.
what was that operation?
Probably. Yeah. I don't know. I looked.
Oh, I remember.
I was so excited about the damn game. When it came out, I subbed immediately. We played the 6 days of whatever of early access. We had a blast from 0 through 50. I mean, just a blast. And even those first couple of raids were fun, but then it was literally nothing to do. There was nothing to do at that point. And the free-to-play conversion is a freaking joke right now. It's a joke.
Yeah.
The limitations, some of them we expected, right? I mean, there's some limitations there that are reasonable that we just expect in a free-to-play conversion. But then to restrict your UI in any way, you're doing it wrong. So, Star Wars The Old Republic gets my worst free-to-play game of the year, and ironically, it's not really for the game itself. It's for the model and the precedent that it sets. So it's not technically free, and that's the biggest thing I have about it. Let's move on. We got so much to cover and not a lot of time here. We're going to be getting ready for our first giveaway to chat only. So if you play Smite, Blacklight Retribution, what else do I have here? Fiesta, Tribes, Ascended. If you play any of those games, get ready to win some cool stuff there. Now, I do have to say that all of our giveaways today were supplied by their respective companies. So, the headset that we're giving away is TTE Sports. That's Thermal Take. Those are the headsets that we're going to be giving away a little bit later in the show here. We'll give you the information on how to win these. These are the Shock 1 gaming headset microphone combination. We also have giveaways from Perfect World Entertainment, from High Res Studios, from just about everybody that you can imagine here. And we appreciate them giving these things. We just kind of reached out to them and said, hey, we're going to be giving away some, we're going to be doing our 1-year free-to-play cast. Outspark, High-Res Studios, Perfect World Entertainment, Thermal Take, they were all generous in just throwing things at us to give away. We certainly appreciate that. Get ready, chat, for your first giveaway that's exclusive only to the chat. So, next news story, guys. I'm not a huge anime fan. Are any of you?
I like anime.
Come on, man.
I'm
Sajiro.
not crazy about it.
Are any of you Ghost in the Shell fans?
Oh God, I haven't watched that show in a long time.
Sajiro?
Oh, I was watching that on.
Are you trying to age? Are you trying to show our age there?
Kaylin, what were you saying?
Oh, Ghost of the I was addicted to that show for the longest time.
Really?
Oh yes, I was a huge anime fan.
Wow. Well, Ghost in a Shell is about to become an MMO. Brought out by Nexon.
What?
Yup. Nexon
Wow.
has snagged up the IP for Ghost in the Shell. Now, it's the stand-alone complex storyline that they've decided to roll with. Now, we don't really have any details on this, so it's a really quick news story. Besides, Nexon has the license, Ghost in the Shell, MMO. You guys are more Ghost in the Shell people than I am, so I'm going to let you take this. Kaylin, you go ahead first. Good move, bad move? What do you want to see from this, since we have no details right now?
Oh, I think it's good news, and you know how I feel about anime games. I think this is gonna do really well.
But it's Nexon. I mean, that's kind of got to put a question mark in your head right away, right? That's one of those companies that everybody sees their name and says, I don't know.
It does, but I don't know. You know how I am about being negative.
What about you, Brim?
Ghost in the Shell being a game.
Yes. That's what we're talking about. I don't know if you were here for the last 5 minutes.
I'm really weird about IPs. How long did it take you to convince me to play a game that was based off of a movie?
Well, to get you to play a game that wasn't WoW, it took about 4 months.
Now you don't even log into WoW anymore.
I don't. I unsubscribed. I gave my account to my dad, actually. It'll be cool.
Oh no.
I'll try it. I'll try anything twice.
Twice, obviously. You'll sub to anything twice. Sajero, what about you? I mean, this has got to kind of... here's my only concern. I'm not a huge Ghost in the Shell guy, so I'm not going to pretend to know a lot about the lore and the storylines and everything. But this has got to stay dark, right? This has got to be a bit more on the mature side and a dark anime game. If they lighten this up into that chibi-type stuff, it's just not going to work, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, if they're going to change the storyline to make an MMO, it's not going to work. I mean, stick with it. I think that's the biggest problem, like what SWTOR had. They just changed everything so much. And chat, I am not bored.
he's flipping his camera around, messing with his damn camera. I keep getting spikes on my end because he goes from HD to standard. I don't know. I'll try it just because I have a basic idea of the storyline. Everybody seems that's an anime fan, Kaylin, seems pretty happy with it. They're just concerned with Nexon.
Yeah, that's. But you know me, I bring positivity to the show. I usually am I like to see the best in everybody.
And you bring bacon, and pork, and all kinds of other delicious foods.
Yeah, bacon wrapped pork, you know.
All right, so here's your
Caleb.
first chance for a giveaway, and this is exclusive to the chat channel. Chat channel, I've got a nice prize for you, courtesy of Perfect World Entertainment. I've got chat on slow mode so I can see the first person that replies. I need to know there's one episode of the free-to-play cast that I don't sign off with my normal stay safe, see you on the servers. What episode number is it for a great prize from Perfect World Entertainment? Holy hell! Ewalker19 already answered it.
I didn't finish the question.
I didn't even finish the question.
It's like owned.
It is
Somebody's
episode
been
1.
studying.
Ewalker19 is the winner. It is episode 1. We weren't sure if the show was going to keep going, and so I close with, we'll see you next week. That was my sign-off for episode 1. So, Ewalker19, congratulations. If you have a Steam account, you have just won a free copy, full version, of Torchlight 2, courtesy of Perfect World Entertainment. If you already own the game, I'll sync up with you after chat and toss you one of these other prizes. So, if you win a prize in chat, please stay in chat after the show so that I can send private messages to you to get you your keys or your registrations or whatever. So, Ewalker19, congratulations. Full copy Torchlight 2 coming your way if you don't already have it. So, we've talked about the worst, gang. Let's talk about the best. 2012. We put our list up online on mmobomb.com for the best of 2012. And let me tell you, there was a lot of controversy in our little small team on picking those. There's things on that list that I don't agree with. There's things on that list that Spunkify doesn't agree with. We all came together on our side and took majority rule votes, baby. That's the way it works. And put the list together. So I think it's fun. It creates a little bit of debate because it was majority, and maybe there's some decisions you don't like. But I want to know your personal best game of 2012. We're going to start with Brim this time.
Tribes of Sin.
Wow, that was quick.
I had a lot of fun in that game. I actually had a couple viewers come join me from my Twitter account. That, to me, is a game that I can go in and kill time in. That's my backup game. I've had so much fun in that game probably in the last 3 months.
Wow. That was
concise
concise and well thought out, and I'm not used to that from you.
It's so fast-paced that's what I really want in my shooters.
All right, the cash shop's okay?
I have no complaints about the cash shops. Every day they have some sort of a deal going on where something's like 25% off. I do not feel like it's buy to win. I have a lot of fun in it.
All right. Chat, somebody said episode 51 did not have a normal sign-off. Episode 51 had a little bit after, but I still, in fact, did say, stay safe, and I'll see you on the servers. We just had a little snippet of stuff afterwards. That's why I was specific that I did not use my sign-off on this show, and it was episode 1. Kaylin, go ahead. Best of 2012.
Oh, gosh. You know, I've been thinking about this, and I'm really honestly going to have to go with really half a chat right now. I think PlanetSide 2.
Wow, wait a minute. You're changing up on me.
Because I thought about what you said. And I just, it's really not a game of 2012. I originally, and I will tell you guys, we talked about it, and I was going to go, even though everyone knows how I feel about the game, I was going to say League of Legends, because they have just taken off this year. But it's not a...
Sajero's strangling something off camera.
Me, he's reaching through the screen and trying to murder me.
Her bacon taking mine.
Well, so you're going with PlanetSide 2, Steph, right?
I'm going to say PlanetSide 2. I mean, solid graphics, great game. I loved the game. Loved it.
Hard to argue. It made our list. Sajero.
There was really not much about it that I didn't like. I don't think there was anything.
My favorite free-to-play game of 2012? Hold on, I got a buddy that's going to actually help me answer that question for you.
Oh, God.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll scout ahead. That's gotta sting.
Does anybody know?
Oh, dear
Never
God.
underestimate the power of the Scout's code.
That's going to be League of Legends. League of Legends, no doubt.
Okay, why? It's an older game than 2012, obviously. It's not restricted to just that year. So you're kind of giving the best game currently award. But talk about why.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I can play League of Legends for hours. It's probably the one free-to-play game that I can play, and I've probably spent the most money on, is League of Legends. You've got to start playing it with me, and you'll understand why it's so much fun. It's just, it's awesome. It's just endless fun.
They have made substantial changes this year with the whole honor system. They've dumped enough fuel on the fire for their rumors of new modes that they will not confirm or deny, but they keep feeding the rumors of. I don't know. I'm with you that they've made some pretty substantial changes, but have the changes they've made in the community enough to kind of erase the stigma that the MOBA community has, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think it's gotten a lot better than it did like last year. When they came out with the Tribunal at first, it was just people going in there spamming, punish so they could get their free IP. And now it's actually, I think it's gotten a lot better, but it just depends on, who you play with. There's still going to be some, body that's going to come in there and they're going to troll the game, or, if a new player, starts playing it and, and they're not great and they die or they lose first blood, because they don't understand the game that well yet, or a new, some new champion that's free that week. There's still a couple people that are just, but that's in any game. I mean, whether it's going to be a MOBA or an MMO, there's going to be some type of drama. But, my thing is, if you're going to play League of Legends, if you log in and you just play solo queue, it's like walking down the street with a pink t-shirt on or something like that. You're going to get picked on maybe, but...
Kaylin, do you get picked on when you wear your pink t-shirts?
Do I get picked on? Yes. They don't like seeing 800-pound men in pink. Apparently it's just too much pink for the world.
All right, my game of the year. I mean, come on, chat can peg this. It's Aeon or Ion, depending on how you pronounce it and where you're at. Both are acceptable. And I understand it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea because it is a more traditional control scheme, hot bars, questing, tab target, and people are looking for more and more and more. But in the second hour, we're going to talk about some of our favorite free-to-play innovations in the business model. And I just think Aeon and NCSoft in North America really got this right. It's a fun game if you want a more traditional thing. Like Brim, the other day you were talking about, you sent me a message and we hopped on Vent or Skype or whatever it was, and you said, hey, I want something tank, DPS, Trinity build, whatever. And I said, go play Aeon.
Yep, that is my background, is the Holy Trinity. I will play DPS, tank, healer, whatever.
Yep.
That is my background.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a pretty easy choice for me. I've streamed it. In fact, when we did Bomb Live, it was the first show that I streamed on my version of Bomb Live. I love the game. It's fun. I like the instances. I like the more traditional feel to it. If I want to play something a little faster, obviously it's not my favorite. But for overall best game, North American version, Aeon by NCSoft. European version has some restrictions that I'm not a fan of. I think it's done a little bit wrong over there. So, yes, chat points out it's still not as bad as Star Wars The Old Republic as far as the restrictions go. Totally agree. And that's why it's time to give something else away to chat. See what I got here.
More free goodies.
More free goodies. Here's what I want to know from chat. If there is, and Brim, you're going to help pick the winner here. You have chat open, right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So, chat, if you would like to get into Smite, courtesy of High Res Studio and a free beta key to that game, just do me a favor and type me in the chat. Just say me, M-E. And Brim, once we've got a bunch of names in there, what I'd like you to do is just go ahead and pick one at random there, and we're going to give them a free Smite beta key, courtesy of High... Holy good grief. I saw one not me, so don't pick that one.
Walker's like listening directly into our conversation.
Cam299.
Cam299. Let me make sure of the spelling. Cam, say something in chat so I can see your name. And we're gonna give you a Smite beta key.
This is the only one I could read that fast.
Cam299. Thank you, Sajero. So you have just won yourself, Cam299, a beta key to Smite, courtesy of High Res Studios. So let's move on. YouTube and MMO Bomb viewers, stay tuned for how you can win some prizes as well, just as cool. We're going to go and do the weekly bombs, except this time it's the yearly bombs, guys. I look like somebody's teacher, according to chat. I am not, in fact, a teacher, so it's not me.
I saw that.
We're gonna go to Sajero first. This is your yearly dub bomb, A bomb. Now the same rules apply as the weekly bombs. Anything's fair game as long as it's free to play related.
Oh man, tough. This is a tough one. You put me on the spot.
I did.
I'm gonna have to go dub bomb for our kick-ass viewers.
Ooh.
They keep coming back and making the show and making the videos possible.
It's kind of weird that they do, right? After episode 1, we were like, yeah, that'll probably be the last episode of this we make. Let's just stick to the first looks. So, oh, look at that. Sajero getting all kinds of love from chat for shouting it out to the fans, giving them the dub bomb for the year.
Nose there.
I think you're right, Kaylin. I think you're right. All right, you know what, Sajero, you're getting a lot of love in there. Why don't you pick somebody that's giving you some love, and not? We're gonna actually toss them a. Let's give them a Tribes spin fuser weapon. So if you're a Tribes player, and you like Sajero's da bomb, give us a me in chat. Sajero, you can go ahead and pick one. They're gonna get a spin fuser weapon for Tribes Ascend.
Okay, they got a me. Let's see.
Now remember, you have to be playing Tribes Ascend to get the weapon, obviously, so don't say me if you're not going to ever play the darn game. My best free-to-play game was Aeon. Already answered that.
All right, let's go with Utro.
Type it in there for me. Y-O-U-T-R-O. Congratulations, Utro. You just won a spin fuser weapon. We'll be sending you the key after the show today, so stay tuned for that. Let's go with you there, Kaylin. Dub bomb, A bomb of the year.
Oh no. I'm gonna give. First of all, I'm going to give a dub bomb to Bacon because you guys, you know.
Bacon is worth it.
But seriously, I want to give a dub bomb to the hosts because this year I didn't even start at episode. I started what, like episode 20 something?
Yeah, you were around the midway point.
And you guys, this has been like the most fun I've ever had. The hosts, the fans, this is just a da bomb to all of you, because this has been, I think it's been almost exactly 6 months since my first show, and it has been a blast.
Very cool. Very cool. Brim, you're up. Da bomb of the year. Chat, get ready. The next segment after we finish the yearly bombs here, we're going to take your questions live. They can be about anything or directed to specific hosts that you see on the screen now. Get your questions ready. As soon as we finish up the yearly bombs, we'll take your questions for Brim, Kaylin, Sajero, and myself. Sorry, Brim. Go ahead, sir.
No, you're fine. There was one bomb that I was looking for that I just could not find, so I have to go with a backup one. And I'm sorry, Kaylin, I gotta give you an A-bomb.
Whoa!
I know where you live.
That's true. That is true. But if you remember, there was an episode not too long ago that you showed your true colors. You showed your true colors. And I think the kid's name was Audie?
No.
Aldi?
You are going to go back to that.
And you
I
basically
hate
told
you.
him that, I'm so sorry, but this is how the world works. You got screwed. And the kid was 12.
I did not.
That was about the whole
And I told you I
DCUO
didn't
closing,
mean
wasn't it?
that
Or not
way. I
DCUO,
know.
Yeah,
City
it
of
was.
Heroes.
No,
City
it
of
wasn't.
Heroes.
Like I said, I was looking through all the bombs, trying to find the one I was looking for, and I came across that one. I was like, oh yes, it's coming back.
That is a pretty personal A-bomb.
I know, right?
Wow.
And honestly, and I
I
said
still
a lot of it was I overreact because I was pissed. City of Heroes was one of the first games I really got into. So that really, that with him saying that, you know, how upset he was, that struck home with me, and I was pissed. But on the other hand, it's not the first time it's happened to me, and it's going to happen again. That was a bad day, too.
Kaylin
has his whole future to look forward
right?
to.
Kaylin busted out and was all like,
but I'm gonna
look,
turn
kid,
around.
life sucks. You're going to have to grow up and deal with it someday. At least you found out now while you're 12.
Hey, I tell my own kids that.
That's true.
No, and you know what? I apologize. That came across completely wrong. You make it seem like I kicked a kid with cancer or something.
If you're in chat and you don't know what we're talking about, there was a viewer question da-bomb type thing that we do every week on the show, where somebody had written in and had given us this great story about a neighbor, a friend of his, their children, and he was a 12-year-old, and liked playing video games but didn't have money to be spending on that. Just it wasn't a lap of luxury type thing. And so he turned him on to City of Heroes. And the kid absolutely loved it and played it and played it and played it for about 30 days. And then he had to go and tell the kid they're shutting it down at the end of this month, and the kid was devastated, and he kind of wanted to find another game to get him into, but was worried about the same thing happening. And Kaylin kind of responded with, get used to it, life sucks.
I did not respond. I hate you. You make it sound like I kicked a kid with cancer. I didn't say it like that.
Ugh.
But I said it's going to be hard to pick another game because they all end at some point.
That's true.
I know, and I apologized, and you guys...
I'm going to keep mine. Mine is an A-bomb as well. I'm going to keep it quick.
Is it to me?
No, it's not to you.
Go ahead. Just kick me while I'm down. No, first, I do want to say I didn't really mean it that way. And if this kid's listening and I upset you, I am very sorry. I'll buy you a kitten.
God, don't say that. We're going to have to get involved in shipping a kitten.
Send it.
I'm going to give an A-bomb to Square Enix, or Square Enix, again, however you prefer to pronounce it. There's just no reason that Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, should not have some free-to-play component. You are relaunching a game, and you are trying to attract the attention of not only the people you pissed off the first time, but a whole new audience. And having a sub is not going to do that. There's no reason that they should be doing that. So, Square Enix gets my A-bomb there. Now, we're going to take some questions from chat. If you've got a question for any of the hosts here or about anything in general, go ahead, throw it in chat right now while Kaylin apologizes to the crowd here. Holy moly. We got questions galore. So, we got, how are you feeling with the things that you've reached, the progress you made, the derpiest moment of the you ever had? Oh my God, chat, holy. Guys, what do you think of the secret world going buy to play? We're not going to answer that question. It's a news story in the next hour. Will we make a first look for Otherland? I would assume so, yes. What do we think about Guild Wars 1? We don't really talk about that a lot, guys. I didn't play a ton of Guild Wars 1. Which one of you guys did?
I did.
What do you think about Guild
I
Wars 1?
played it after 2 came out.
So how's it holding up? Is it still
on a trial?
Silence. Very good. Okay, next question. Nobody's playing Guild Wars 1, gang.
I played it a little bit, not anymore.
Right?
Someone asked if I was a man.
Are you a man?
No.
Zen112 wants to know our opinions on the Elder Scrolls Online. Do we think it will have a free-to-play model? What do you think there, Kaylin?
I think eventually everybody's going to have a free-to-play
Oh,
model. I think all
stop
games
dodging. At launch, answer the question.
No, I'm not. I think so. I do.
You think they'll have a free-to-play model at launch?
At launch, no.
Sajero?
No, I don't think they will.
Brim?
I think the Elder Scrolls is just too big of a title for them to go free to play yet.
Brim?
What?
Do you think the Elder Scrolls Online will have a free-to-play model at launch? You know, you are supposed to pay attention to the show and not just chat, right?
Well, everybody's asking me for a derp of the year, so I'm like...
We're getting to it. Yeah. We're getting to it.
Launch? No, not launch.
I don't think so either. I think they would probably tend to take more of a buy-to-play route, a la Guild Wars 2, if anything else. What do you think about Firefall? We all love it. Will there ever be an MMO bomb Minecraft server for all the fans? No. Are you guys gonna hop into, this was another news story, we didn't opt to cover it today. Are you guys gonna jump into Ragnarok Online 2 at all?
I'm game to try. I'll try anything once.
I'm gonna check it out, but from everything I've seen, it's nothing like the original Ragnarok Online. And which I don't know, just kind of looked to me like they were taking the name Ragnarok and slapping something a little more standard on it and hoping the name would draw. Sajero, you used to play RO, didn't you?
Which one?
The original Ragnarok Online?
Yeah. Somebody in chat was messaging me.
I'll try it. I just don't think it's gonna do exactly or anything like Ragnarok the original did. Brim, derp of the year. You got a derp of the week, derp of the year, whatever it is?
I got one of the week.
Go for it.
You got everything set up?
I will set it up. Excuse the black screen for 2 seconds while I do. Go ahead.
Okay. This week, somebody had a little issue with their car. Their derp was, it was cold outside. They hopped in their car, turned the heat on. While they were sitting in the car, this is a picture of his driver's side window. It just shattered right next to his head. He was able to get it out and put it on his porch, it looks like, and this is what happened. This is what happened, just from cold to hot. I felt bad for him. I've been there, not using my heat, but I know how that feels, and it sucks. I feel for you. Yeah. I do have one for the year. Dirt for the year. And I apologize, I cannot find his name now. It was actually the very first derp we ever did. He was doing a art project. He or she was doing an art project, and they were cutting a tube with a box cutter. And he or she ended up slicing the tip of their thumb off, and they couldn't game for about 2 weeks because of it. And that to me is a pretty big derp. So here in a second, while we continue the show, I will get the name of that person and congratulate them for their derp of the year.
Nice. Sajero and Brim have given away a prize. Kaylin, it is your turn. Everybody in chat, if you are a Blacklight Retribution player, courtesy of Perfect World Entertainment, we've got the MMO bomb tags, so you can check those out. If you haven't, what the hell am I doing here? You can check. Damn it!
Stop it!
Sorry. Go ahead and put a me in chat, and Kaylin, you can pick one so that they can get the MMO bomb tag.
Wow, there's like no one saying me. Jeez.
Blacklight Retribution players.
There go.
Yeah, there's me's all over there.
I see them now. They took a minute. I forget the delay. I'm going to go with, I just slid my chat and can't read any of these. What in the world just happened here? Oh my God. We'll go with, who's this one here? It's going to, you guys stop now.
Pick one.
I'm trying. Nope, that one didn't have one. See, the one person I clicked is me. Let's go with Ghost Angels.
All right, type it out in chat for me, Kaylin. And Ghost Angels, you are the proud owner of a Blacklight Retribution MMO bomb tag in the game there. Hang off your weapons and do all that stuff. Kaylin, did you type it in for me to make sure I have the spelling right?
I did a while up there.
Oh, it scrolled up? Okay. Well,
I'll type it again.
No, I got it. All right. So, those winners that won anything during this hour of the show, please stay in chat, or at least leave your account signed on if you decide to leave, but you really shouldn't, so that I can message you your codes and everything. Angels with a Z at the end of the show. This is the end for this round of hosts. Happy 1-year birthday to you guys. Let's throw it around for your final words before we move to hour number 2. Brim, you're first.
Guys, thank you so much for giving us this 1-year birthday bash. Without you, we wouldn't be here. I mean, it's just been a phenomenal year, and I cannot wait for the next year. I've already got some more people just from today following me on Twitter. If you want to see what games I'm testing, playing, come play with me. I love having you guys around. It's Brimton, that's BRIMTTIN. And have a good one, guys. I'll stick around and chat for a while, too.
Nice. Kaylin.
It's been a great 6 months for me, at least. You guys are awesome. I love you all. Even when I'm mean and hit kids with cancer, you still love me. So I appreciate it. And I promise I will start using my Twitter more often for you all. I begged for followers, and then I didn't use it for like 2 months. So, guys, you can find me on Twitter. It's at Kahlyn and the number 2, KAHLYN and the number 2. And my chat just died, so.
And Sajero.
I'm gonna have to go with like what Brim says. You guys make the show fun. You guys make setting everything up at the house, making sure the room's clean, and coming up with the stories and information and researching the games. You guys make it fun. Plus, Magic Man's pretty awesome to hang out with.
Aww.
Aww.
I love you guys too. Well, all right, gang, we're going to sign off for approximately 5 minutes, barring any technical difficulty, setting up round 2 with the new hosts, and we will see you in about 5 minutes. I'll throw up the timer when we're just about ready to go. We'll have details on how you can win some more prizes from Outspark, High Res, Perfect World Entertainment, and of course Thermal Take for our headsets as well. We'll give you all the details on how to enter to win those, and we'll give away more chat-specific prizes. So, signing off for now. See you in about 5 minutes. We got Celsius and we've got Demina. How are you, Demina?
Hanging in there.
Yeah, you're a little sickly, huh?
Just a little under the weather today. But I wouldn't have missed this.
Their chat is going nuts, telling you to get off of their porch.
I feel so very loved. Get off my porch too, MMO bombers.
It is all over there. Hey, Celsius, do me a favor. Why don't you pick one of those people in chat that told Demina to get off of her porch, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to give them a Smite bundle. So if you're a Smite player, courtesy of High Res Studios, you are about to get the starter bundle code that gives you Zeus, Hades, Anubis, Vamana, and Agni, Odin, Hel, Ao Kuang, Hebo, and Bastet. We'll give you that code that has all the gods there below. Selfies, go ahead and pick somebody that said, get off of my porch.
Let's see, as we're scrolling through now, we'll spin, how about Melon Cider?
MELONCIDER. Congratulations, Melon Cider. Stay tuned after the show. I will private message you the Smite bundle key for you as well. We got a Fiesta giveaway coming up courtesy of Outspark. That'll be the next one. So Fiesta players, actually there's 2 code giveaways in that one. It's Fiesta Snowsuits and Luvinia Fireworks, courtesy of Outspark. So if you play either of those games, we'll be giving those away in just a minute. But it's time to introduce the hosts officially. Celsius, how are you, sir? 1 year.
I'm a little under the weather, too. I got medicine head and medicine face, so I have to cover myself up. I'm looking a little rough today. But other than that, I'm excited to be here.
I like the
Happy birthday, everyone.
I like the I'm hungover sunglasses.
Right? You walk into work,
Today,
the
you have
boss looks
medicine
right
face.
at you. Yes, today.
Yes, just today,
We're
Demina.
pretending like you don't look like this all the time.
Oh, I get it. I see how it is, Demina.
Besides being sick,
You're my
Demina, how
original get
are
off the
you?
porcher. I am so excited to be here, and I'm really kind of glad I'm not on here with Brim so that he can't give me an A-bomb. Ouch.
Yeah, poor Kaylin got blasted by Brim. Brim, by the way, is now saying that Celsius looks like the kind of guy he just wants to fight. Brim causing all kinds of havoc today. So
Bring
we
it
started
on.
the first hour getting everybody's favorite free-to-play cast moments from year 1. Let's start with you guys. Let's get your opinions. Celsius, you go first.
And what opinion are you asking for, sir?
I want your favorite free-to-play cast moment from our first year.
That's going to be probably our first live cast. I had a blast doing that with Sajera and you.
That was fun. That was fun. Sajero with his beer the whole time. Kept giving beer advertisements in his camera. What about you, Demina? 1 year. Got to have a favorite moment. You joined us about halfway through the season. This is officially the close of Season 1. Season 2 will start with next week's show. What's your favorite?
So a lot of what people don't get to hear is a lot of my favorite stuff, and it's the craziness and silliness that happens while we're getting prepped to start the free-to-play cast. So I have to tell a story because my favorite free-to-play cast moment nobody else got to hear except for you, Magic Man.
Right.
It was me, you, and Brim, and we were getting ready to record the free-to-play cast, and Brim excused himself for a few minutes and left his mic wide open so that we could hear him come back in and say to his fiance, hey, fiance, have you pooped recently? And then we died. It was the funniest thing that has ever happened.
That took about 15 minutes to recover from, to actually get the recording started, because Damina, you just went crazy with that you had heard it, and Brim
so
sits
funny.
down and yes, that took about 15 minutes to recover. So of course I did the gentlemanly thing, and I let Damina recover, and then we got started with the show. Right? Perfectly normal.
Mm-hmm. Perfectly
Because
normal.
you're a true gentleman.
I'm a true
You're
gentleman. Right.
Right.
So Damina had finally calmed down after, that whole deal where you're laughing like crazy and then you stop and then instantly you remember it and you start laughing again. She finally calmed down. And this was the way that we started the recording. I'm going to play this for you. And you'll get to hear Damina's response here. This was the way we started the recording for that show after 15 minutes of waiting for Damina to calm down. Hello, Internet, and have you pooped lately?
You asshole.
Let me stop the recording.
For calming down.
And that sent Damina off for another 15 to 20 minutes before we could actually start the recording. So, yes. Yeah, that was a little loud. Nothing I could do there. So, I wanted you guys to hear it. She lost it for about 20 minutes. Update on some of the other hosts. Unfortunately, something like this, coordinating times with a bunch of people gets a little tight. Hera does send his best and says hello. We also got a call a little bit ago from Havoc, who is very sorry that he couldn't be here. He had a previous engagement that he needed to take care of, but he misses all of you and wishes you guys a happy holidays as well. Definitely wanted to be here. Didn't work out for Havoc and Hera, but they wish you the best on your holiday season. So let's slide over and do the news for you guys. I already gave my favorite free-to-play moment for the year, but I do have one. Speaking of Havoc, I have two from him. If you guys remember his A-bomb rant about tacos, that was one of my favorite free-to-play cast moments. And also when he ranted on the World of Warcraft expansion pack, despite that not actually being a topic on that show. Havoc has some great moments. Let's slide over and do the news, Celsius. We've got The Secret World by Funcom, and somebody put it in the chat earlier as a question to the hosts, and I put it off because I knew we were discussing it here. They've opted for a buy-to-play model. We reported earlier this week, put an article up, that there was some dev video put out there where parts of the Funcom Secret World team wanted the game to have no subscription, and so we speculated on what are they going to do. Is this a free-to-play announcement or what? A few days later, we got the information. We put it up on the site. They opted for a buy-to-play model. So if you buy the Secret World for $30, no subscription required, and then, of course, they still have the cash shop there. So I'm going to throw this to Celsius first. Good choice or bad choice on going buy-to-play at this juncture in the Secret World's life rather than going free-to-play?
I think I had before what we were talking about where it had to have been done because of the amount of active subscriptions they had to recoup some kind of money. The fact that you can buy to play, but the fact that there's still a cash shop is in there is iffy to me. But other than that, I've already gotten my emails from them whenever I originally played in the beginning, and they're asking me to come back. And they had the whole thing going through how they redid the game, and it's $30 to play. So I wouldn't mind going back. I don't have $30 to blow at the moment, but
is the buy-to-play mod? I mean, chat is kind of, most of them are saying it's a bad choice. It's a bad choice. It's a bad choice. They should have gone with a free-to-play model, and I tend to agree with them at this point. Now, if they would have done buy-to-play at the beginning rather than free-to-play, okay, fine. But I think at this point, given the size of their audience and what they're trying to attract here, I think they should have gone free-to-play. Is buy-to-play enough to get you to try it when you have $30 to spend?
No. No, even from playing it earlier, not so. But for a buy to play, that's not bad for $30. Had it just came out, $30 would have been sufficient. It wouldn't have been a big deal. I mean, some of the other games ask for $50, $60, and you get the 90 days. But right now, I think it's just they're sinking right now, and they want to recoup some money.
Chat is basically expressing the opinion of why buy the Secret World when you could play Guild Wars 2 for just a couple bucks more.
Well, I didn't want to bring that up. Like, I didn't want to be comparing it to Guild Wars 2 because I think those two games are just two totally different games.
Oh, definitely. And I enjoyed the Secret World. I bought it when it came out. I subbed for a month or so, and I enjoyed it. The only thing that I really couldn't get behind was the combat system. I was just not a fan of the way the combat was done, and I'm sorry that I have to keep adjusting Celsius's camera. It's because we lost Damina for a minute, but I got her back. So,
sorry guys.
No, that's all right. Damina, is the Secret
Welcome
World going buy to play and being $30 enough for you to want to try it? Or should this have gone free to play totally? Because you, on one episode, totally lambasted Funcom for the whole sub and a cash shop thing.
No, I will not try it for $30. I think, the whole, the end of subscriptions and everything was, a whole lot of fluff because everyone expected, now we're going to get our chance at free to play with this. And then they were like, no, instead, you could just buy the game. No, absolutely not.
I'll tell you what, though, I am definitely going to play it, but that's because I already own it. So for me, it is free to play, right? I already shelled out that money months and months and months ago. I updated it last night. I'm going to play it a little bit after the show today because I have heard that there have been some combat updates, so I'm eager to check them out. Somebody in chat asked what I didn't like about combat. The combat just seemed kind of, at least to me, it just seemed kind of sluggish almost. Like you didn't have an impact or that you were actually hitting anything. The targeting, it just wasn't tight as far as even. I'm okay with tab target. You guys know I love Aeon, and so no big deal there. Action tab target doesn't matter, but it just sluggish to me. But I loved the game itself. The different types of missions and the storylines and things like that. So I'm definitely going to give it a try, but I think that has to do with the fact that I already own it, so it doesn't cost me anything to give it that try. I tend to think that at this point they should have gone free to play this late in their life cycle.
I will try it when it goes free to play. I don't know that they're going to get the amount of people they're expecting to buy this game that are new to the game. Like you said, for you who already owns it, this is great, fine,
right,
fantastic. For somebody like me who does not own their own copy, yeah. I mean, I'm not interested. I'll wait a little longer.
Somebody in chat is saying 6 hosts. This seems like there's only 3. This is our second hour. Previously we had Kaylin, Brim, Sajero, and myself, and now we have, for the second hour, Celsius and Damina and myself. Damina, chat likes your picture, by the way. They like your pirate costume.
Arr.
Arr.
It might have something to do with the fact that you're holding a blue moon.
Well, hey, that's my favorite.
So,
that's
but thank
a lie.
you. I'm glad you like my costume.
So let's give
That's
away.
a lie. Mad Dog is your favorite. Let's be truthful.
Mad Dog is not a beer. Celsius. I'm gonna kick you off my porch.
You had me there. You had me there.
Celsius, since you can see the chat, Damina cannot. Why don't you find me some Fiesta or Divinia players? If you're Fiesta or Divinia player and you want some free fireworks, give us a me in chat. These codes come courtesy of Outspark, giving you some freebies just for showing up to chat and hang out in the free-to-play cast 1-year live show. So obviously, if you don't play either of the two games, don't throw a me up there and get a code you're not going to use. Throw me in there if you are a player. Celsius, go ahead and pick me one there. These are for some Fiesta snowsuits and some Divinia fireworks.
It's Killjoy 545 was the first person to throw out a me.
Killjoy 545. Let me find you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so you're just going with number 1, huh?
Well, that time since you prepped me for that when I was ready, I said, all right, first person, I'm going to be fair.
Congratulations, Killjoy545. Hang out after chat, after the show ends in about 40 minutes or so, and I am your code, courtesy of Outspark Entertainment. Now, before we go on to what we're going to talk about in this hour, last hour we talked about our favorite and our worst free-to-play games of 2012. We're actually going to talk about our favorite and worst changes to the free-to-play model or industry in this hour, but I do want to give some details on the headsets that we're giving away here. So, the headsets are a United States only giveaway, obviously because shipping and contest rules and stuff like that have to apply when we're mailing something. These are from the team at Thermaltake. They're the TT Esports series. This is the Shock 1 gaming headset and microphone, USB. Great device, and you've got all kinds of different pads in here and the drivers and the discs and very cool stuff. I love their keyboards. I'm really hoping to get one of those soon. I got to order it online because I just can't get them retail in my neck of the woods. But these are their headset series. We're going to give these away. The way you can win these is in chat, YouTube, mmobomb.com, Facebook, whatever. When this video goes up, I want you to post, and you can do it in the first hour or the second hour's video if they're two separate videos. I'm not sure how we're going to post them yet. Doesn't matter. I want you to post your favorite moment of the free-to-play cast in 2012. We will take all of those, throw them into a random algorithm, and select one winner from the United States for the headsets. If you're in the U.S., please put "I'm from the U.S." in your comment so that we know you're eligible for these. No P.O. boxes. If you want to win something, but you're not in the United States, that's okay too. I've got 3 more full copies of Torchlight 2, courtesy of Perfect World Entertainment, that I'm going to give out in conjunction with the headsets. For those, I'm going to pick one winner from Facebook, one winner from the site, mmobomb.com, and one winner from our YouTube channel that comments their favorite moment of the free-to-play cast this year, 2012, our first year. So, if you're in the U.S., put your comment there and signify that you're U.S., take a chance at the headsets. If you are not U.S. or U.S., doesn't matter. You'll all be eligible to try and win Torchlight 2, a free copy, care of Perfect World Entertainment. The only requirement there is that you have a Steam account. Winners will be chosen by next Sunday. That is the 23rd of December, so just in time for Christmas. Yes, so there you go. And if you could, while you're there, on YouTube, on Facebook, if you could give us a like, give us a subscribe, we'd definitely appreciate it. Helps this content keep going. You can win all kinds of stuff there. Let's go to Selfius first. Want to talk about, with your bug eyes there, the worst change in the free-to-play market in 2012. And this could be anything. We've talked about this. What don't you like? The worst change? Yeah, what don't you like?
The worst change, I think, is it's found its way into the commercial market, where, like, even on the consoles, I think it's spreading too fast is my problem. I enjoy the growth. I think it's just spreading too fast is the problem.
Wow. So
that's what I don't like. So
you like the model, but it's growing too fast. Do you think it's growing too fast, or you just think it's becoming flooded with crap, like your mobile marketplaces and your iPhone marketplace and all that?
Possibly that's a good spin to take on it. I think you hit it on the nail on the head on that one. It's just like you said, it's on everything now. Your phone, your tablet. There's even smart TVs now where you don't even need a computer anymore. You can just play that stuff right on your TV. So I don't know. I enjoy the model. It's just I think it's not that it grew too fast. It's just too flooded.
I'm going to sum mine up real quick because chat's already thrown mine out there. It's the SWOTOR model. If the SWOTOR model gains any traction, as it is right now, if they don't make more changes to it, if the SWOTOR model gains any traction, then more companies are going to emulate it, and that's going to be, I think, something very bad for the free-to-play industry. So I'll keep mine nice and short. Damina, you're up.
Well, I've been pretty vocal about this one in the past, so my biggest problem is this trend towards buying into a beta I can't stand that. I just think it's bad news for free-to-play in general.
Yeah, and we got a lot of feedback. There were a lot of viewers that emailed me this week about Age of Wushu and the whole 90-day pre-access thing. They've also made new changes where they're going to let anybody into beta, but only for certain amounts of time. And if you actually have a beta key because you bought it, then you can play it as much as you want. So, yeah, I tend to agree. You went off on that episode.
Oh, I can't stand it. I just cannot stand it. And then we're going to complain when we get crap and nothing's changed because a beta is used as a release instead of a beta. Whatever.
Meatbag Whammo, great name, says, I have to agree with freemium model being one of the worst. Paying for beta access is probably my #1. So you've got a bunch of support. I agree with Demina. Buy-in betas are the worst from the Pi R round. Lots of stuff from chat.
I love that name.
Pi R round.
Yes, that's one of my favorites. I love when that one pops up. Hi, Pi R round.
No comment.
Yeah, so we got the SWOTOR model covering the freemium. I agree with you, Demina. We actually have bombs from the viewers on last week's show, so let's kind of go through those and get your takes on those, Demina and Celsius. So Mr. Frosty Blade says, all right, let's start off with good stuff. Debombed a Path of Exile last week. Chat about the game made me want to play the game again. Been playing the game since the start of beta on and off. Going to remake my Witch Tank. A-Bomb to PlanetSide 2. My outfit moved to an outer server, but I've already invested too much station cash in my character, and there's no server transfer. Been playing PlanetSide 2 since the tech test. Have a nice day, guys. Thank you, Mr. Frosty Blade. What do you think, Celsius? Path of Exile and PlanetSide 2, no server transfers.
That's a mistake. I think in every game you should be able to have server transfers because there might be times where your buddies might get thrown on another server, or the server might get stagnant, or you just might get tired of the players that are on the server.
In defense of PlanetSide 2 and Sony Online Entertainment, I normally don't stick up for these guys, obviously, because I don't like a lot of the things they do with their pricing models. We did put up an article on the website this week talking about their continued plans against hackers and bots, but I think more importantly to something that we talked about, Demina, on a previous episode, an in-game tutorial is on the way for PlanetSide 2.
Oh, that's good news.
I mean, we talked about just being dropped into the mess immediately and not really having a clue unless you took the time to watch the embedded videos prior to actually booting the game. So I think Sony's actually doing a few things right here with taking feedback. Celsius, I'm with you. Server transfers definitely need to be a part of this. Thank you, Mr. Frosty Blade, and I agree with you. Path of Exile is a great game. Jure, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Great show as always. Given my first debomb, I can do it here, right? Because they put it on YouTube. Yes, you can. Debomb to Funcom in the Secret World for shifting their subscription model to buy to play. I've always had interest in the Secret World, but I was put off by the subscription, and this will be finally my time to play it. So somebody that thinks totally opposite of you two, Demina and Celsius.
Well, goodness gracious.
I'm curious if they're in chat, because I want to see if they've changed their mind since they've played it.
Yeah. Dre, give us an update. If you jumped in, let us know what you thought. Love to get an update from you. Good idea, Celsius. Pudding Bears says, I think End of Nations is going to be a free-to-play alternative of Command & Conquer. Still, however, Command & Conquer will be buy-to-play or a heavy pay-to-win game. I think they're basing that on the fact that it's EA. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe the pay to win because it's EA, but we've already received confirmation on that one, Demina, haven't we? That Command & Conquer Online was going to be free to play with a cash shop.
Yes. Yes.
And you're super pumped about
but
that.
I love Command & Conquer. I love it. I might not be great at it, but I love it.
I'm not good at MOBAs, but I like them. Celsius, you're a Command & Conquer guy. I don't think you were on the show when we talked about that. How do you feel about Generals 2 becoming Command & Conquer Online and being a free-to-play game instead?
I like it, but I think you guys touched base before I even got to say anything. Is I would absolutely be scared that it becomes buy to play, pay to win.
Well, it's got EA on there. I told Justin that I would bring this up here, so I'm going to give this information to you guys here. And there's a lot of this going around. So Justin says, hello, I made a petition for EA BioWare to loosen the restrictions on the free-to-play players in SWTOR. A free-to-play player is unable to use the mail, guild bank, cargo hold, trade. They can't learn sprint until 15. Credit cap is 250,000. Most things in Legacy cost above that, as well as many other things, including limited number of times they're able to speak in the world chat during a certain amount of time. If you could please help spread around my petition in any possible way, I would be grateful. Thank you. The link is at change.org/petitions, but you can just search for EA BioWare loosen restrictions, free-to-play players. So that's from Justin, who signs off as your avid free-to-play cast viewer. We're seeing a lot of these right now, aren't we, Celsius?
Mm-hmm. We are.
Just look at their forums. Have you been there lately? Good God.
Truthfully, as a company, the makers of SWTOR should be happy to see that there is enough interest in their game that people are willing to go to the lengths of creating petitions, signing petitions to advocate for change in something they truly want to play, which means the money that they're trying to make with their model of extended trial is there to be made up. But they're going to have to loosen up a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, and we're starting to see that. We talked about in the first hour some of those restrictions being lifted, like the UI, as long as you've made at least one purchase from the cash shop. I don't like the UI being restricted until you give us money. I think that's just ridiculous. Whatever. So we've talked about the worst. Let's throw it around. Domina, we'll start with you. There's been a lot of stuff that's changed in the free-to-play model from in 2012. What's your favorite thing that you think that's really going to help the model and the industry move forward as far as free-to-play goes?
So I think that the best thing that has happened this year is that there is a recognition now that free-to-play is the future of gaming, and it's not just coming from makers of free-to-play games. It's coming from companies who are saying, we realize that free-to-play is the new way to game. I think that's fantastic, and it just opens up a lot of doors for growth and brings in a lot of people who may not realize what fantastic free-to-play games there are available, because now people they're shelling $60 out to or a sub every month are saying, yes, we too realize that this is the way that things are moving. So I think that's great for the industry.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Wargaming.net, the CEO there, recently had an interview a couple issues ago in Game Informer and talked about the same thing with the whole World of Tanks, World of Warplanes, and all that. And he had mentioned, you know, hey, obviously, if you put out a subscription like a World of Warcraft, you're making money instantly by every single player. But you have 8 to 12 million players, and you go up and down from there periodically based on subs. He said where our games, you know, World of Tanks, World of Warplanes, we have over 30 million accounts. And granted, we know that about 75% of those 30 million accounts aren't going to spend any money. They're going to be the kids or the teenagers or the adults that just don't feel like spending money in the game. They just want to play it. But we can cater to that 75%, and then we still have 25% of upwards of 30 million people spending money. It's a profitable endeavor there, Celsius.
I agree. It's a nice little chunk of change. 30 million people spending money, even, 10 cents.
Right?
Although you're not going to get that low.
I want to check.
Just a small one.
Send
a
me
check for 10 cents?
Yeah, send me a small check.
That works too. It's 10 cents that I didn't have before. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to, what did I have here? The best free-to-play inclusion. I'm going to give it to NC Soft's truly free-to-play model. We saw that launch with Lineage 2 and then was used again when Aeon went free-to-play. And it's the model they use in North America, Aeon, for truly free to play that literally is truly free to play. To me, it's one of the best free to play models out there. They're still making money with the cash shop. I hope they're making enough money to be profitable so that it doesn't go the way of City of Heroes or anything like that, which was making money but not quite enough. So I hope it's maintaining profitability, but I love that truly free to play model. Not so much in EU. Sorry guys, you guys kind of got hosed with GameForge there. And somebody says, speaking of NCSoft, do y'all have any info on WildStar yet? Nope, not besides the WildStar Wednesday information stuff they post on their website. So that would be my favorite thing about the free-to-play model that I would like to see other companies do as well. What about you, Celsius?
I like the fact that some of the failing games have decided that instead of just going away totally, that they've made the conversion. Like you were talking about, like just as a whole, some games, and I was pretty shocked where we were just joking even when SWTOR first came out. It was like, this will never be free to play. Even in the forums, they talked about that consistently, and look where it is. Although I bet it is a very poor free to play that they have, but I mean, it happened.
Yeah, and we kind of attributed that to who the owners were, right? With BioWare /
right.
EA.
Surprise.
Are you guys honestly
like
surprised?
As soon as I hear EA, they have their hands in my pockets.
Are you guys honestly surprised SWTOR went free to play though?
I don't think I am. I think I'm surprised by how quickly it happened, but I don't think I'm surprised that it did in fact happen.
NeoKiva wants to know, when do we think Terra Online will go free to play? Selfies, that's one that you and I played for a little while. What do you think?
Hopefully soon. It needs to.
Well, it kind of already had that,
I like
kind of cash shop where you could
mean,
play and earn money to pay for your subscription thing anyway, right?
Well, we talked about that when we first subbed. You'd go in there and you're like, wow, there's things in the cash shop that already scream this is going to be free to play eventually.
Domina, you didn't play Terra that much, did you? You're not down with the whole action combat, huh?
Not so much.
You're a tab target girl?
Most definitely.
All right. Chat, get ready. Start putting in your questions. Not yet. In just a minute. Start putting in your questions for me, for Celsius, for Domina, anything you want to know. We're going to cycle through the bombs. But before we do, I've got a trivia question for the viewers, Domina.
Oh, you do?
I do. Trivia question for the viewers in chat. Sir Jaxie says Terra isn't even worth playing free to play. Wow. Brutal.
It's better than Raiders.
I actually enjoy the combat in Terra. The game just got boring, I think, was the only thing that happened to me. I like the combat.
Right.
So here's a trivia question for a winner from chat. First person to give me the answer as well. There is one episode of the free-to-play cast, one normal episode. Do not count episode 6, where there were a bunch of hosts on because we were talking to the team at Alids. That one doesn't count. That was an exception to the rule. Normal host-wise, there's one episode that has 4 hosts on it instead of 2 or the normal 3. Tell me the episode and give me at least 3 of the hosts. See if anybody gets this. Everybody's typing in numbers but no names. You could tell who was trying to anticipate the question. I need the episode number and at least 3 of the 4 hosts. There's only one that has 4 of the normal hosts on it. It was not episode 9000. That's close though. No, this one, hour 1, does not count. I said normal free-to-play cast episodes. And somebody guesses that magicman appeared in that episode. Yes, that's one of the 3 hosts.
Wow, that's a good guess.
That is a good guess. That is a good guess. Somebody wishing us happy birthday. Thank you so much, Fed1690.
Aw.
We appreciate it. Magicman, magicman, magicman. No. Whoa. Whoa. Somebody's almost there. Somebody has the answer. Zetmech has got it. It was episode 2. And Zetmech, don't know if you're a guy or a girl, but Zetmech says Sajero Magic Man Brim, which satisfies my answer. You are a winner. The fourth one was Hera, who was not able to make it today. Episode 2, Zetmech, Z-E-T-M-E-C-H. Let me put you on my prize list here. Z-E-T-M-E-C-H. Zetmech, congratulations, care of Perfect World Entertainment. You've won a free full version of Torchlight 2, so have your Steam account ready. If you already own the game, when I message you after the show, please let me know that you already have it, and I will give you one of the other prizes here from Outspark, Hi-Res Studios, or Perfect World Entertainment. So congratulations, Zetmech, free copy, Torchlight 2, care of Perfect World Entertainment. Get your questions ready for the crew. Let's go around and do your bomb of the year. Damina, you are first.
Okay, so my da bomb, I'm giving a da bomb because you know, that's just how I am. So I'm giving a da bomb to all of the hosts of the free-to-play cast because I really appreciate that it's exciting when it's my turn to be on, and it gives me a chance to talk games with people that I don't get as much time to talk to as I would like to, or see as much as I would like to. Celsius, you live down, you know, just across the city from us, and we haven't seen you in forever because life gets busy. But, you know, when we get to do the free-to-play cast, it's an hour, you know, plus of time that we can just talk and be silly and talk games and talk life, and it's just a really, really good experience, and so that is my da bomb for the year.
Very cool. Kaylin gave the same da bomb, didn't she? She gave it to the host.
Kaylin and I are no longer friends. She stole my bomb. That is not cool.
Are you also giving an A-bomb to...
She deserves the A-bomb that Brim gave her.
Yeah. You're also giving an A-bomb to Kaylin now because of that? Celsius, I'm going to give you the last one.
Give an A-bomb to Kaylin for stealing my bomb.
I'm going to throw mine out there. My da bomb was kind of similar to what somebody said earlier on the first hour here. It's to the viewers. I mean, I gave an A-bomb in the first hour, da bomb to the viewers. We sincerely appreciate you guys watching the show and giving your feedback and helping to make the show better and adding your content to it. Even, you know, like I always tell you guys, even the negative comments, when done in a constructive way, we definitely take to heart to try and make this show and all the other content better, and we couldn't do that without you guys and girls out there. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for making this 1 year anniversary even possible. Celsius, you're up.
You caught me with my pants down, because that's literally what I was about to say. Is this turned into more than I ever thought was going to turn into. I remember one day you calling me and asking me to do this, and I'm like, yeah, I'll fill in. And then it turned into this, and then here we are 1 year later doing a live show for the second time, and I'm absolutely blown away by the response we get. You have fan art, we have fan videos people made of us. I mean, we get Twitter followers, and so, I mean, I don't know. It is turned into a lot more. It's been a wild ride, and I hope it. We have another one more. Yeah. I was fapping. That's how he got me caught with my pants down. And this will be like the second time in like 2 months this has happened on Twitch. So if we go down suddenly and like there's a technical difficulty sign, they caught me.
Twitch caught you. Viewers, you can go ahead and throw your questions in now for myself, Celsius, and Damina. Let's go through them, answer some of your questions. We'll give a few more things away, and then we'll do our sign-off here. Throw the questions in chat. I've still got some Smite stuff to give away. I've still got Fiesta stuff to give away. I've still got Tribes and Blacklight Retribution stuff to give away, so we can have a lot of fun with that stuff here. Damina, question for you. If Age of Wushu went free-to-play on February with restrictions instead of pay-to-play 3 months before its actual release, would you play Wushu in February even though it would have those restrictions? And please don't answer that it depends on the restrictions. Just use the kind of basic idea of the spirit of the question.
Wow. Look, if something goes free to play, I without the option to buy into the beta and all that jazz, of course I'll always give it a try because I would like to form an opinion on it by actually having an opportunity to play.
Right.
So sure, I'd try it.
Celsius, here's one that's kind of directed towards me and you, since Domina isn't too big of a player here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, it was basically, I can't find who said it, so I'll find it and quote you, but they want to know, what do we think of Phantasy Star Online 2?
Oh, yeah, I already threw it out there that I loved the, oh my God.
It was Frost Talks.
If we had a little bit longer, we could tell the story of the us getting kicked off the Dreamcast.
Oh, you got time? Go ahead.
The original.
Tell it.
Oh my gosh.
That's
forgot about that one,
Domina,
huh?
You guys, right? It was you and I playing.
I could never forget about that.
Right. It was quite a ride that night, and that next day, and the next night. Magic Man and I were playing on Dreamcast, playing the original Phantasy Star Online. That's when there was no cable or anything. You had to play dial-up. Well, every time someone called the house, it would boot us offline. It must have been 2 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden we get kicked, and we're like, what's going on? So we boot it right back up and go back on, and we get kicked again. And I look over at Magic Man, and I go, I wonder if someone's trying to call the house.
Right?
Like, who would be trying to call the house?
So we figure...
So he's like, what, let's leave it off.
We figure somebody's calling, and we got to leave this free. No sooner do we shut it down than we get a call. A relative of mine was having their child. And so we get the call to go to the hospital at like 2 in the morning. Domina at this time is pregnant with our baby, our first. And so we get her out of bed and we roll. Go ahead, Celsius.
And next thing you know, we're all piling into the car to see his first nephew. And it was a long, long, long night and morning. And we finally drag our rear ends after the baby's born, and we do the congratulations and, the whole nine from the hospital. We literally get back, I think, we were maybe lay our head down for 45 minutes, Magic Man? Would you give it 45 minutes?
I wouldn't even give it 45.
All of a sudden I hear from the other room, I hear, uh-oh. And all of a sudden, my Magic Man comes flying out of the bedroom. He goes, get up. We're going back to the hospital. And literally the following day after that long ordeal, Magic Man and Domina had their first. So it was an interesting 24 hours.
And it's all because of Phantasy Star Online. So we're big fans. Somebody asked my favorite.
Phantasy Star will always hold a special place in our heart.
Absolutely. Somebody asked my favorite MMO of the year. I gave that in the first hour. That was Aeon. Sir Jaxie wants to know if MMO Bomb will ever cover buy-to-play things like Guild Wars 2, The Secret World, and any upcoming titles. No, we will not. We had long internal discussions as Guild Wars 2 was in development and ramping up, and should we cover this? Does it technically count as free-to-play? While we would love to, throw something out there that has Guild Wars 2 on it and suck up hits for the website, of course, that's a good thing for any website. We decided to stay true to the mission of the website, which was free-to-play gaming, because that's where we think the future is. So no, we won't cover buy-to-play. We'll talk about it as it relates to the free-to-play world, like we're talking about the Secret World here, but you're not going to see first looks or news articles and stuff like that. We put the Secret World ones up because we didn't know if it was going free-to-play, and we wanted you to know, and then we thought it was wrong to not give you the resolution of that just because it wasn't free-to-play. Will action MMOs take over from tab target-based MMOs, Celsius?
No, I don't think so. You have the tried and trues that stick to it and they like it, and there's the people that like the action combat. So you're comparing apples to oranges, I think.
Domina? I bet she hopes not.
Well, geez, I Yeah, I certainly hope not. You took the words right out of my mouth there.
Somebody asks, why did Free MMO Gamer switch to MMO Bomb? Because Free MMO Gamer's portal technology wasn't quite where, and quality wasn't quite where it needed to be to support the audience that we were supporting at that time. That's actually a little bit before my time. I just know the story of it. And so MMOBomb.com, a little bit of higher quality portal with some stronger backends, was created to replace it. Free MMO Gamer is still a website, and we post a lot of stuff on it, but MMOBomb is the target portal. How far do you think different companies can push the technology for browser-based games? Interesting question. I just did, a few days ago, spent some time with the devs from City of Steam and played the game and asked them some different questions about the Unity engine and their cash shop and what they're planning for their last closed beta and then their open beta. And we did get into what the Unity engine and other things of technology can do. I don't think we're far, Celsius, from client-based and browser looking virtually identical for some games. Obviously, you're not going to see like a Crysis 3 in a browser anytime soon, but I think at some point it'll certainly be there, right?
Oh yeah. I think the Unity engine came out of nowhere. I literally knew nothing about it, and then all of a sudden there was just these games out here that it's like, when I saw the original gameplay trailers of some of the things I've seen on YouTube, I'm like, there's no way that's browser based. There's no way. And next thing you know, you go in and there's like, wait a minute, there's no really initial download other than maybe, I think the biggest thing I've ever downloaded for a client side is maybe 200 megabytes max. And some of the games have been really impressive.
Yeah, City of Steam in particular. I mean, say what you want, whether you like the game or not, whether you end up liking the cash shop or not when it comes out, really doesn't matter. You can't deny that it is downright visually impressive. Once you pop that bad boy into full screen, you totally forget that it's a browser-based game. Even Domina said that. She's not a fan of the whole steampunk thing, but she was a fan of what it was accomplishing in a browser.
Oh, yeah. It's a cool-looking game, for sure.
Drop my pen. Some of the people that were here in the first hour talked to, we talked about Ghost in the Shell becoming an MMO with Nexon. They want to know if you two would play Ghost in the Shell MMO.
I absolutely would. I was a huge anime fan with the manga and all that, and I enjoyed those. I think that would be an interesting storyline to play.
Domina, you're not a huge anime girl, huh?
No. I probably would give it a try because there's nothing I won't give a shot to,
right.
But it's not something that I would eagerly await release of, you know?
Yeah. Big Ben 01 says, Magic, do you think the Final Fantasy XIV reboot will go buy to play instead of keeping a sub due to having to be brought back from the dead and decayed, or do you think Square Enix will want to attempt to make money EA style? That was actually my A-bomb in the first hour, that they will be maintaining the sub model that they had previously, and that I thought it was a ridiculous choice given the fact that not only are they trying to win back people they pissed off, but also pick up a new audience at the same time. It should have gone free to play, or I could even understand a buy to play for the PlayStation 3, because I think that'd be a little tough to download onto your PlayStation. You could do it, but time would be a factor there. So I would be okay with, you could buy the PlayStation 3 disc or download it, or you could download it for free on your PC. But unfortunately, it's going to have a sub. However, I don't have to buy the software again because I have this little guy here. So I get 2.0 as a basically a content patch, a really frickin' big content patch. So, Celsius, before we get ready to sign off here, let's give one more thing away. You know what? Let's give 3 things away. I want you to pick me 3 winners, okay? We're going to give away a Smite beta key, courtesy of High Res. We're going to give away a Tribes Spin Fuser weapon, courtesy of High Res. And we're going to give away another MMO bomb tag in Blacklight Retribution. Give me a me in there so you can win one of those 3 prizes. We're going to pick 3 winners here. Selfies, you grab them for me.
All right, we got Schismatics.
Go ahead and spell that for me.
Or Schismatics, Sizmitics.
Okay.
We will pick Darkburn 808.
Spelled like it sounds.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And because Bastion cheated, we'll pick Bastion 41897 for telling me I'm awesome.
Bastion. All right, so that is for a Smite. What's that?
AN.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's for a Smite beta key. That's for a Tribes Spin Fuser weapon or a Blacklight Retribution MMO bomb tag. I will send all three of you one of those three prizes as soon as the show is over. Please stick in chat. We've taken the questions. We've given away the prizes. We've talked about the news. We've dropped the bombs. I think it's been a pretty successful first year, Damina.
Did we sing happy birthday to the free playcast yet?
I am not singing happy birthday.
Sure you are.
No, I'm not. You can sing. Go ahead, sing it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear free to play cast. Happy birthday to you.
There we go. Yes, I did everything, but I didn't bring my cat on the show. My cat is in the trailer for this one year show. Let's recap the prizes that we still have to give away on the YouTube page, on the MMOBomb.com page, or on Facebook. Once this show goes up, I don't care if it's on episode or on the first hour or the second hour. Doesn't matter. Comment your favorite moment of the free-to-play cast from the first year. And if you're in the U.S., please put a little note there that you're in the U.S. so that we can put you in the random drawing for the TT Esports by Thermaltake Shock 1 gaming headset microphone combination USB. One U.S. winner will get those. If you're not in the U.S., please still give us your favorite moment, because we'll be giving away 3 copies of Torchlight 2, one to a YouTube user from anywhere in the world, including the US, one on our MMOBomb.com page, and one from our Facebook page. And if you could click like and love and subscribe and do all that good stuff while you're there, we would certainly appreciate it. It helps us make it to year number 2, which is a long way away, so we'll see what happens. We're going to throw it around for the final word. Congratulations to all of our winners in chat. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you stopping by, hanging out. We hope you liked some of the prizes that we've given out. Enjoy all of those. Last time for the first year, the end of season 1. Celsius, the final word.
Bird. Because bird is the word.
The bird is the word.
Bird.
Hey, Damina, have you heard the news today? There was a story of
What news?
Yeah, there was a story of the ornithological variety. Oh, you hadn't heard?
I hadn't heard.
Oh, come on, you got to set that up right.
Heard what?
Bird is the word. I know, she's like dragging it out.
Final word is birds. Celsius, where can they follow you?
Not off the short cliff. You guys could follow me over at The Real Celsius on the Twitters. It is an absolute ghost town as always. I know I sound like a broken record, but due to real life and the fact that I don't get to really play anything anymore, please guys, hit me up on the Twitter, shoot me what you're playing. If it's free to play, buy to play, it might be a game that I have. But, once again, I want to thank you guys, man. It's been an awesome year. I want to thank magicman for dragging me on here. And I hope everybody has an excellent holiday. Whatever you're celebrating, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa, whatever it is. And just be good to each other in 2013.
Damina, final word from you.
I just wanted to say that I hope everybody has a happy, healthy, and safe holiday season, and a very happy new year. And it's been great. I look forward to many more in season 2 of the Free to Play cast.
Somebody's asking if there's going to be an after party. I'm gonna take
Not
about
for
a
me.
30-minute break or a 45-minute break or something, and then maybe I'll pop over to my channel and stream some Secret World while I roll a new character and check it out. If you guys want to hang out, yeah, we could do that in about an hour. But yeah, I need a break for a little bit. Final word from me. I'm Magic Man. I want to thank all the viewers and all of the hosts. Hera, Havoc, Celsius, Sajero, Brim, Kaylin, Demina, all of our guest hosts that have appeared, our viewer guest host, as well as AKA Mike B and IRL Jasmine, who appeared on different episodes in Season 1. Couldn't do it without you guys. It's been a lot of fun. You can follow me on Twitter at magicman1. That's MAGICKMANN1 to find out what I'm playing or what I'm talking about. And until next week, provided the Mayans aren't right, stay safe, and we'll see you on the server.